pleasure to meet all at last, and today we're at it with more HJN. And as you might have guessed, we are pretty much at a clearing in which that we can talk a bit more about construction vehicles. I do have a few more here worth talking about, including skid steers. Yeah, that's the technical name of miniaturized versions of bulldozers, forklifts, front loaders, etc. They're typically named because of the ability for them to skid steer, which is in fact in which that it sort of operates like, let's say, a ride-on lawnmower, in which that you'll have a couple sticks made specifically for steering around. It's a similar sort of phenomenon that occurs in which that a tank, for instance, might try to steer by using one of its treads. And sometimes skid steers won't exactly have these treads similar to the bulldozers or tanks, but they'll also have the ability to turn around via this same sort of system, in which that one side can turn while the other side remains stationary for them to turn 90 degrees. And sometimes you can pull off this phenomenon when you're moving forward by just having eased back on one end of it to allow for turning around while on the move. So you could say that the skid steer is a bit more on the compact and efficient side, but it does lack a number of things. Often it does not have near the capacity of full-size bulldozers, front loaders, and whatnot. And furthermore, there of course is the lack of capacity, mainly because of the lack of horsepower. So with smaller size comes smaller engines with smaller amounts of horsepower, torque, and whatnot, and of course smaller buckets or anything to get whatever they need around the yard. It could be dirt, it could be gravel, it could be whatever really. These little guys are known to operate around the yard though just as effectively even outside the construction site, because there have been instances in which skid steers have been used, mainly from companies like Bobcat, out on a variety of different projects outside of construction. There's some people that might use them for contracting, some that might use them for minor road work, some that might use them for hauling around logs or tree trunks in lumber mills or whatnot, and a variety of other jobs can also be done because of what the skid steer is capable of doing. Capable of navigating through smaller points in whatever site that you're on, and of course, they can do almost as effectively as their full-sized counterparts, depending on what the design is like. It could be treaded, it could be wheeled, it could be bucketed, it could be forked, and it could be whatever you can possibly think of. So with that in mind, this conclusifies another piece of HJN, and I'll come back tomorrow with another vehicle in mind.